Hey everybody, it's Chris Mayhem with another Parenting Car Talk video, and I want to talk today about something that, again, everything I try and talk about is affecting millions of young people ages 10 to 24 and their families. And one of the big things that just drives me absolutely insane is this idea that every young person today has some sort of mental disorder, mental illness. And what do we do about it? We put them on a drug. We then victimize them and have them believe forever that they cannot do something, whether it's work or answer a telephone or, go out into a public space and not have anxiety attacks and all this fear, to depression, all these things that absolutely stifle a person's life. These kids are 15, 16, 20, 25 years old, and already they're throwing in the towel, so to speak. So I've been doing a lot of research for my book, and I came across Dr. Peter Gray. He's in my book. He's a University of Boston psychologist, PhD, incredibly well-known PhD in the field of human behavior. And he has a theory, and I agree with it 100%. And this is something that I think everybody can look and see and go, maybe there's something here. Over the last 60 years, the ability for young people to go outside and play has been dwindling like the polar ice caps. It's not happening anymore. We have created a culture of parents that now believe that their child cannot go outside and play because he or she might be attacked, or something might happen, or someone might bully them, or some other belief system that is enabling parents to stop the natural process, developmental process of their child playing with other kids. Now, why is this dangerous? You might be saying, but my neighborhood's bad, or this is bad. Stop with the excuses, okay? This is researched information. You can look it up. Dr. Peter Gray, Boston University, free play is what he calls it. The idea of this goes back as far as the 30s through other psychologists and behavioralists that were saying the same thing about the importance of playing. Now, why is playing so important? What is the big deal about that? Playing translates into developmental processes, healthy developmental processes for our brain from a very early age. Free play allows us to work out conflict not only with other people, but with ourselves, because we can figure out problems intrinsically. Right now, our society is all extrinsically motivated. Do this, get a little reward. Do this, get a gold star. Don't do this, we're going to take away your iPhone. Intrinsically motivated people do things because they want to do it, because they enjoy it. They're curious. This has gone back, for years and years and years of research and study. Unfortunately, what we know scientifically is not practiced in the home, or in many cases, the classroom. So what happens is now parents all believe that the world is such a horrible place and that little Johnny and little Susie cannot possibly go outside and play and be okay. However, here's the trick. If they don't do that, how do they ever learn how to handle themselves in the classroom, in the workplace? This is the big one, because this is the age group that I work with. I work with 18 to 24-year-olds. And every day I get a young adult that comes in, usually with a parent that doesn't have a driver's license at 22. Okay, not a big deal, but, not really something you would see normally, say 15, 20 years ago. They are afraid to start a job. They're afraid to call someone on the phone. They're afraid to follow up. And this is boys and girls, by the way. Now, I see this every day in practice. Dr. Gray talks about it in his studies, that we even have issues in colleges now. college professors are wasting time trying to help college-age students cope with the simplest things in life because they have no resiliency, no coping skills. They do not know how to self-soothe. They do not know how to find things out for themselves. Now, before you say, wait a minute, my kid knows how to get on Google, fantastic. This is the majority. There's 77 million millennials, young people right now in the country, maybe a few more than that, give or take a few million. I'm sure in that number there's a few that really know how to do the right thing. But as a group, as a generation that we are currently bringing up, they are failing, and we are failing them. That's why they're failing. Dr. Gray says that through the loss of free play, kids no longer know how to build their resiliency, build that self-confidence, build those social skills to know how to talk to other people, work out problems. All of this translates back to the fact that we have taken every ounce of play out of a child's life. Many schools don't even have recess anymore. So now we see the big problem. The big problem is kids are depressed. They're anxiety ridden. Their fear controls every ounce of their body every day. They don't know how to handle themselves in a conflict situation. They don't know how to handle themselves in a new situation. They're afraid to take risks. I don't mean jumping off buildings and things like that. I'm talking about just making a phone call and ordering a pizza. This all translates back to the fact that for the last 50, 60 years, all of these young people, many of which are now adults and having their own children, and perpetuating this idea that everything is terrible, we should never go outside and play, and you got to wear a helmet, and you can't do this, and you can't do that, because, oh my gosh, the boogeyman might get you. Guess what? Eventually, your kids are going to be grown, and they're going to be out in the world. And if they're not prepared for even the smallest things, they're going to have huge problems. And I don't say this out of theory, I say this out of fact, because it's happening right now today. Let me know what you think about this and the idea of free play versus no free play, and how it translates into many of the mental disorders that children have today. You can find me at leadyourteen@gmail.com. Leave a message right here on YouTube. And you know what? Look up yourself. Look up Dr. Peter Gray and free play. See what he has to say about it, and let me know your thoughts. Have a great day, everybody. My name is Chris Mahan. This is another Parenting Car Talk video.